Some of the sessions for Empire Burlesque were started from Infidels, I think was before that. So they had some of the stuff. So he came in and he said, "Come on down to the studio." It was over at Power Station in New York, and I went in and he played some of the things, "Tight Connection to My Heart," and it was. I said, "Oh, that's kind of cool. Guitar sounds good." And he said, "It's Mark Knopfler," and he said, "We're going over that." So I said, "Going over that? You don't want to keep it?" "No, I'm going over it." So it's okay, fine. Put guitar stuff on. It's great. So not serves "Tight Connection to My Heart." I played the solos and all the guitar solos and stuff on there. There's still a rhythm guitar left from Mick Taylor that's on there, but the rest of the stuff is like wipe that, wipe that, wipe that. You know, back in those days, you know, you had tape, so there was no Pro Tools or anything. You could keep all 100 tracks. Everything that Bob does, Bob's in charge. You know, I don't care who's listed as producer or not producer. I mean, I heard stories from musicians in New York on the early sessions. They said Bob would go hang out with somebody in the club one night and then come into the studio, and there'd be another drummer set up, and they would have all these session musicians, and they said, "Oh, who's that?" "Oh, I was hanging out with him. I want him to play on it." You know, the tracks that I was involved in had already been started, right? So it was just like, "Hey, man, you know," I came in the studio and he was playing some synth part of one song, and then in the middle of it, I said, "Oh, try this," and that halfway through it, that's what I started playing, and that was some other. I don't even know what song that was. I played the synth on that, and then the guitar stuff was just, "Hey, man, you know, go ahead and play." You work with Bob, and it's like working with Michael Jackson. You know, there's a certain thing that he's going to do, no matter who's the producer. It's going to be a collaboration. And on Empire Burlesque, I'm not sure how the earlier sessions went, but this was definitely Bob producing. I mean, Bob didn't like something, and everything, you know, was like, "Oh, that sounds good, move on."